Welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here back in New York, finally, and over my jet lag, somewhat. Anyway, it's really good to be back and back in the groove, and you know, there's nothing like home, darling. There's no place like home, said Dorothy. Now, thank you guys, thank you. Look, if you haven't been here before, welcome, and I hope you stay and you keep coming back. And if you have been here before, welcome back. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your likes, all your comments, all your best wishes for my mum. Thank you. She's doing as well as can be expected. She seems to be settling into her new home. So thank you all for those wishes. I really appreciate you. These readings are for, you can hear, the ice cream truck. These readings are for July the 30th through August the 5th. And this is Leo season. Happy birthday, Leo. I will be pulling an extra card out for Leo. Now, the astrological report this week is we've just had this huge eclipse, and that energy can last for up to 6 months. So we will be feeling that, the fallout. It was a big blood moon, and I did a video on that, so I'm not going to go into that. The only different thing, because we do have the sun in Leo, we also have Mercury, which is retrograde now, in Leo. We may not listen as well as we ought to during this period with Mercury in Leo and in retrograde. Now, on July the 30th, this is kind of the only thing that's, well, there's lots of little things that are kind of different, but I would be here all day going into that. So I'm going to make it succinct. So July the 30th, Venus is in a semi-square to the sun. Now, this can bring up kind of irritations from other people, but it's also an opportunity to look within, because those irritations outwardly could be from what's going on inside of us, right? So it's an opportunity to look deeper at ourselves, to look inside and to see where we can, what's affecting us internally. Now, also be mindful of wanting more, right? And of course, with Mercury in retrograde, it's really good to, and because of the eclipse, it's really important to let go of things that no longer work for us. That's things, people, maybe even places. So it's very important to clear out our closets, to organize. I think it's a really good time to declutter after an eclipse and during Mercury in retrograde. And it's not like you can't, you know, buy something, but really pay attention to the fine print, because we have this urge to kind of be a little impulsive and to act without thinking. I'm sorry, I am very hot here. If I put the AC on, it's extremely loud. I'm going to have to sort something out to get a quieter AC. Anyway, I'm svetsing. So, with that out of the way, let's go to, oh, and I just want to quickly mention, even though it's the 6th and it's, I'll go into more detail next week about that, but Venus enters Libra. It's changing signs. It's going from Virgo into Libra, and it will be a little sigh of relief. Venus, she's much more comfortable in Libra than she is in Virgo. Anyway, more about that later. So let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Pisces. Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your reading for July the 30th through August the 5th. And the first card out for you. Oh, first of all, I want to say this is a general reading, guys. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you'd like a personal reading, you may get it by clicking on this little message thing here. Now, the first card out is the Seven of Swords. Darling, are you being lied to? There's something going on that's a bit nefarious. Now, it could be you lying about something or not being quite honest, or it could actually be you in denial almost. I'm feeling that something is going on nefarious behind your back. Something's going on, and I feel that it's perhaps work related. It's a relationship at work. Somebody is not who they seem to be. And you've got, clarifying it, is you've got the Five of Air. So this tells me that there's a little kind of bickering going on in your work situation. It could be at home, but I have a feeling that it's kind of somebody's talking behind your back kind of thing. It's somebody's challenging your character, if you will. This is what I get from this. When this kind of stuff goes on, it's really important to address it. And address it in a way that's very creative. It's not reacting to it. It's not confronting someone saying, oh, you've been saying this about me. It's not that. It's definitely, you know, you could turn around and say, so I hear that you've been saying this about me, and tell me how, you know, how can I improve, or how, you know, it's not about being defensive. It's very important not to be defensive in this situation, and your reaction will be, you want to be defensive. This is kind of stuff that hurts you, right? It hurts your feelings, it hurts your ego. But this is about coming at this in a creative way, handling it in a way that I feel that you can handle this in a productive and positive way. And if you do, you'll come out of it on top. So it's about going in diplomatically, you know. Oh, I hear that you feel that I have done this and that and that, and I'm really sorry. How can I do things differently? Or, you know, that wasn't my intention. So I'd really like to perhaps talk about it. Look, it's your words, it's your situation, but don't come at this with, you know, guns a-blazing kind of thing. That's what you don't want. And you've got the Ace of Water. So this is an opportunity for you to... this is an opportunity for you to really feel... Well, it's about changing the relationship for the better. So this will behoove you to handle this in a humble, diplomatic way, because there's a potential for a good relationship to come out of this. So sometimes, you know, through turmoil and through conflict, something really much deeper and more meaningful can come out of it, and you will be on top if you do this. And this could be really being in denial about not looking at it. If you don't deal with this situation, you know, it has the potential to get bigger and out of proportion. Now, the next card is the Ten of Swords, and you see him lying down with all the swords in his back. This is like a very difficult journey, and this could be betrayal in your past. But this is what this indicates. It's over. This is like the eclipse, the end of this. You've been through a very difficult time, and I feel that it's been a really difficult time with relationships, and you have really been through the ringer, and you feel that you've been betrayed and stabbed in the back, and yes, maybe you have, yeah, but it's at an end, darling. Pisces, don't worry, it is at an end. And you've got the Queen of Fire clarifying it. So this is about having confidence, darling. Don't worry. All that turmoil is over. You are going to move forward. You're going to handle it in a very diplomatic and humble, non-judgmental way. And things are going to get better for you. Have that confidence. Really feel that self-confidence within you. A passion, darling. This is about going forward with your head held high, right? Because sometimes when we're humble and we can look at things truthfully, we can look at our part in it truthfully, we will come out on top. We will be respected. You know, some people, you know, it's like the strength card, right? People think that, you know, you've got to go in and you've got to fight for everything. Sometimes it's not about fighting. Sometimes it's about acknowledging that things aren't working for you. And sometimes it can be about relationships. It can be letting it go, you know. It can be moving forward without that. But definitely things are going to come to a head this week for you, Pisces. And then you've got the Ace of Swords. This, I always think of this as the Ganesh of tarot, right? This is like blocks are being removed for you now. Because when the Ace of Swords comes in, that sword is cutting all those blocks away. And it's been a tough journey, but guess what? This is about having determination. Don't give up. This is really a wonderful new beginning for you. New opportunities. This is, you know, the blocks in your life are being removed when the Ace of Swords comes in. And you have the King of Water clarifying it. And he's a wonderful, incredible leader, right? He tempers his emotions because he's very deeply emotional, and that's you, Pisces, deeply emotional, right? You know, I see him as, you know, Neptune, look, and darling, you know, Pisces in Neptune, you know, Neptune rules Pisces. This is deep, emotional connections, and this really is also, look, this is about talking about your feelings. This is about, you could be the listening ear to others, but you need to really express yourself emotionally. So when he comes up, it's about going forward as a leader. It's about opening your ear, allowing people to, you know, come to you. To, you can be you know, it can be counseling. You can go for counseling. You have to decide, do you need counseling, or can you be a counselor for others? You know, be there as an emotional support for someone, or seek out emotional support, right? So look, change is definitely up for you, Pisces, but you can get through this. You know, the hard times are over and the blocks are being removed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media. Comments, I love comments and feedback, and I always respond when required. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. It's another way of supporting me for only $1 a month. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. All the babies, look at them. How old do you think they are, Kathleen?
For a personal reading, please go to www.liveinthesolution.com.
They're at the ugly duckling stage.
Maybe 4 weeks. I can really think they're ugly.
No, I'm just saying that because of the
No, I know.
story.